Alright, welcome back. So, I couldn't sleep tonight, again. It's 2 AM, I'm holding a cup of coffee and a joint, and I noticed the whole PirateSoftware and SomeOrdinaryGamers cancellation is ongoing. So I'll be going to be reacting to two videos. One is the MeatCanyon's animation of PirateSoftware, and the other one is going to be Mutahar's the video about Mutahar destroying his reputation. So let's load them up. Let's switch the scene. We're gonna be watching this one first. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, Chad, so today I was supposedly cursed. I saw this woman breastfeeding her child in a non-optimal way, so being the kind man I am, I showed her how to do it correctly. I told her you should
Wow, holy shit.
Cursed. I saw this woman breastfeeding her child in a non-optimal way, so being the kind man I am, I showed her how to do it correctly. I told her you should have the child latch at a 30-degree angle. That way, when her milk begins to extrude from the channel, it will flow more rapidly.
It's like the videos, it's like his shorts.
With the babe suction, as followed.
Bro, this MeatCanyon is insane.
She got irrationally angry when I proved her wrong and put a curse on me. Not that I believe in curses or anything.
The curse is real. Look at your legs.
You know, considering what I've seen from PirateSoftware, you know, it is a realistic scenario of him going up to a woman to, you know, from what I've seen, I could actually see this as a realistic scenario for him.
I can barely feel it. Pain is actually an illusion played on by the mind that...
He really can't, you know, accept anything.
You fool! Don't you see your arrogance? Need I remind you that's what got us fired from Blizzard?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you know that he used to work for Blizzard?
So, I worked at Blizzard for 7 years? I barely think about it.
Did you know he used to work for Blizzard? He doesn't mention it very often. I know maybe some people don't know about it.
It's actually funny, Chad. I'm considered the second generational hire at the company. Not that I even think about it.
You're not even streaming right now!
I knew that.
Yeah, that's also a realistic scenario I could see him watching. You know, I could watch him doing, like, him sitting in front of a mirror and saying, you know, I used to work for Blizzard.
I knew that, and I was just practicing before I go live. It's the most optimal way a streamer stays fresh when...
You can at least admit that telling a woman how to breastfeed her child was wrong.
Yeah.
I would be willing to concede such an argument if it wasn't something I'm so well versed in. Let me explain. You see, a gypsy's breast is typically in the cup size of B to C, albeit small. It provides ample milk for her freshborn.
Your ego is going to kill us. Admit to yourself, you can be wrong for us.
So just admit it. Just say I was wrong. Just say that. I was wrong. It's 3 words. It's 3 simple fucking words, bro.
I can be wrong, but I just think a mother should breastfeed her child.
Fuck me, bro.
Yeah, Chad.
Okay, that was fucking horrific. Not enough mention of yes. Pirate is gonna misunderstand this on purpose so his ego isn't proven wrong. That's also true. I love that the rational side of himself in the mirror has a high pitch. Yeah. He's not cursed, he was just showing Ouroboros, yeah, how to optimally eat his own tail. Who's here before the idea? Is he known for is he known for doing DMCA strikes? To summarize the curse, he's got his foot in his mouth. Oh wow. He's got his foot in his mouth. He's a snake that's eating itself. Ouroboros. He's full of himself. He's eating... You know, despite how horrific the animation is, it's also very well taken care, well thought out. I'm subscribing to MeatCanyon. Wow. Okay.
Curses or anything.
PirateSoftware really seriously can't catch a break. Okay, let's move on to Mutahar.
Massive day for the Lloyd. It ain't looking good for Mutahar. It just keeps getting worse and worse.
As an engineer, if I show up to my office and I f up, okay, I don't have a job anymore.
But did you have a job in the first place? Do they know? If you walk into the office, will they know who you are?
Mutahar's military claims. Oh god, let's
Mutahar's military claims.
check it out.
There was a period of my life where I was joining the Royal Air Force here, like the Canadian Air Force here.
Damn, Mutahar's gangsta.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Really? The problem with having been caught lying, then everything he says, you have to do a double take and be like, you know, really? Did that really happen? Did that really happen?
SEAL Team 6.
Turns out that Mutahar, the engineer and globe-trotting film producer, was also joining the Royal Air Force.
Military was like, this was like way back in the day. Like this was like before high school. And
What?
I have been in the military. I'm Greek. We have mandatory military training. I did 9 months of military service. We don't do much other than shoot three. We shot 3 times. We did like 3 shooting range things. And then the rest of my 9 months, it was waking up, cleaning up, guarding, and then eating, and then afternoon relaxing a bit, and then guarding again. That was my whole thing. We did a lot of training and stuff like that, but you know, Greece is like it's not under stress of a war or something, so we are very. So their main objective was to keep us healthy and not suing them for something.
He does clarify.
this never happened.
Fair enough, I'll believe him on that.
But like the only reason I looked at the Air Force is like I couldn't afford university, and I wasn't going to go through a loan, so I was.
I'm not an engineer, so I ran it through AI, and the AI says there's 3 separate versions. 1, pre-high school Air Force fantasy, never pursued. 2, post-high school Army application, supposedly real. 3, military as a means to fund engineering, timeline unclear. They conflict on timing, branch, and intent, but that's just a theory, a game theory. But Mutahar...
Game theory. I know that channel. I like that channel. But yeah. So he was an engineer. He was thinking about going into the Navy, or was he in the Navy?
did something unforgivable. I believe he saw my videos and unfollowed me on Twitter. Funnily enough,
no.
I was a big fan.
When Mudacoin, I want you to pump and dump us. Hey Mutahar, I'm a smaller creator and I saw your video on the agency sponsor. I was wondering what typical rates are for CPM sponsors.
And I wanted some of that engineering expertise.
2022. He never replied back.
So I messaged him before. Well, he ghosted me and sent me down a deep depression.
You should totally ignore college. I don't use my degree, and I haven't used it for like 6 years.
I didn't even get my degree, dude. That's the best part.
Yeah, nah, fuck college.
I remember the best part about high school was my 12th grade English teacher said that I would amount to a failure.
Now he's a decorated engineer. What's worse, I'm an engineer or I worked for Blizzard? It's funny how Billy Mitchell's out here really getting the last laugh. What if Mutahar's response absolutely dismantled?
Getting clowned on by Billy Mitchell, of all people, getting clowned on by Billy Mitchell, the guy himself. I'm not gonna say anything about Billy Mitchell. I don't want to get sued. I'm too poor to fight it in court.
Every claim levied against him. Liar, fraud, Canadian. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this as an admission of guilt, but Mutahar has been caught privating videos that Harmful Opinions talked about.
And then I pointed out that a few years later in a video he stated he went to Aokigahara first, but without the intention to film. Pretty small thing, but apparently big enough for him to start hiding stuff. You could just say, oh, all the bits about the forest specifically are made up. Whatever. Instead, you privated it. What's going on, buddy?
I wonder, yeah, I was watching Mutahar hasn't like made a video in 5 days or 6 days. So I'm wondering if he's like just gonna go completely AWOL and take a much needed holidays or something, or disappear off the internet for a couple of years hoping it's gonna pass, or whether he's gonna come back and apologize. I wonder what he's gonna do.
Basically, the story goes that Mutahar went to the Logan Paul forest and had a creepy experience, and Harmful Opinions called this out, and all of a sudden, he, privated the video.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
The
Yeah.
slight inconsistency was trivial until Mutahar acted and privated it.
I'll be honest, I didn't go to check on his list on which videos were privated and stuff, but I'm guessing he privated all those videos that they're showing now where he makes claims. Yeah, it's not a good look, Muda. It's not a good look at all.
It just makes no sense. Why not just shrug it under the rug and, like, ignore it? Streisand effect. Dude is turning a nothing burger into a Five Guys deluxe meal because, bruh, silent.
Is he gonna double, triple down? Is she going to apologize? Or is she going to ignore it? And why is there a gun there?
Silencing the engineer word in your comment section followed by privating videos is not a good look. Why? He's doing damage control by almost like leading in and confirming everyone's suspicions.
As an engineer,
Guys, I'm a cybersecurity expert.
He was an engineer, cybersecurity expert, and a Navy SEAL. So no, it was a Royal Canadian Air Force. Wait, is this legal to have in Canada, that thing in his desk?
I've worked in the business. I know what I'm doing, all right? And this is why I always give a disclaimer. Be careful, all right? Let the professionals handle it.
Oh, that's so fucking annoying to watch now.
I'm a professional. I got this.
The thing is, Mutahar
Are you though, bro? Are you?
100% uses that engineer title as an appeal to authority.
my dad is probably one of the world's fucking greatest doctors. He's worked on the Ebola cure, he's worked on God knows what, he's worked with WHO, he's an open heart fucking surgeon, dude. He is a fucking decorated individual.
While Mutahar...
So his dad is an open heart surgeon. Wait, what?
Professionals handle it. I'm a professional. I got this.
The thing is, Mutahar 100% uses that engineer title as an appeal to authority.
Yeah, but why do you need to do that? Why would PirateSoftware that did that too? Why would you need to appeal to authority? What do you have to gain? Like, oh, I'm a professional. What does it matter? Just state your opinion.
My dad is probably one of the world's fucking greatest doctors. He's worked on the Ebola cure,
He's worked on the Ebola cure.
Worked on God knows what, he's worked with WHO, he's an open heart fucking surgeon, dude. He is a fucking decorated individual.
While Mutahar's the Johnny Sins of engineering, his dad's the Johnny Sins of medicine. God
Okay,
damn.
okay. My dad cured the Ebola, has some serious second. Oh no. How could, like, if somebody told me that this was going to happen, like if somebody told me at the start of January 2025 that by June I would be watching the downfall of two of the most loved creators in YouTube, I wouldn't believe you.
My dad cured Ebola, has some serious first, second generation Blizzard.
I don't know if I'm going through the 5 stages of grief, you know, and I've already gone through denial and I'm now into the acceptance part. But god damn, I hadn't seen that.
Boy, energy. MeatCanyon made a parody of PirateSoftware, and at least he made...
Yes, and it was a perfect parody.
His profile pic.
And the reason he's a decorated...
My dad cured Ebola, has some serious first, second generation Blizzard employee energy. MeatCanyon made a parody of PirateSoftware, and at least he made it as...
Okay, PirateSoftware. That's... Okay, PirateSoftware. I see you. That's good. Just a little bit more. We need just a little bit more. Just maybe I was wrong. Just that. Just the 3 words and we're set. You're set.
Profile pic.
And the reason he's a decorated individual is because he was passionate about what he did.
Alright, dad cured Ebola and is the best open heart surgeon in the world.
You know, my mom, she's a fucking microbiologist. Why? Because she was passionate about what she did.
Mom's a microbiologist. Yep, that totally...
Okay, so the entire family tree is like, okay, God, they're gods. Do you have any god in your say demigod or something?
Owns those lazy gamers.
My grandfather ascended to...
My uncle teaches, you know, at the University of North fucking Carolina as a fucking theoretical physicist because he is passionate.
Uncle was a professor of theoretical physics because he had that passion these gamers don't have.
Maya, no fucking way, this guy.
And works at IBM working on the Titan supercomputer because she's passionate about what she does.
My grandfather ascended to another plane of existence just by pure balls alone.
Work as an editor in movies and TV down in LA, Tokyo, in Dubai.
Mr. Worldwide.
And I fly airplanes for the Royal Canadian Navy.
I'd relax.
Can I see some of the stuff you've worked on, please? I genuinely just want to see it.
As your family, we deserve to see the tapes, Mutahar. Release the tapes. My uncle can slam 12 beers at Thanksgiving dinner because he's passionate at what he does. But apparently stuff got seen.
My father was an ambulance driver, and then and my mother was an English teacher, and she had her own private language school. My father passed away 2 years ago. My mother is retired. My brother is a chef. My sister works at a doctor's clinic, and I work as a security guard.
Serious, and Mutahar's wife responded. Everyone's signal boosting a video with a light dox, and now people are working to dox our family. F you. The guy who made the original video apparently said that it was super easy to find the GameStop Mutahar.
I am nothing special, but the things I can like bring to the table, let's say, is that I have lived life. I'm living life. You know, most people live life following a specific path. You know, like some guy will start, will think about a career they want from high school, and they will try to follow that career, and they will stick to that career, and then they will, hopefully for them, they will gain experience and level up. Unfortunately for me, that wasn't my life so far. So far, I've been living. I'm the first generation of the people that you will see arrive due to TikTok, where I get bored doing something very quickly. I have worked different jobs, and I would stay there for around 1.5 years to 2 years, and then I would usually move to another job. And I have worked from jobs from English teacher and translator at an embassy, to security guard and sales. I have worked in different departments, and I have had many different hobbies throughout the year. That's my thing, that I have a general knowledge around everything, but nothing specialized into something.
Haru said was located X minutes from his house due to Mutahar's sloppy operation.
What?
Mutahar said was located X minutes from his house due to Mutahar's sloppy operation. The guy himself posted the GameStop he bought the Switch 2 from. Like, come on, I'm getting sidetracked, but
yeah, I
Boston
didn't get
Pizza
that.
Banks,
They doxed his wife.
Of course,
That's
disclaimer,
not good,
going
though.
after someone's personal life over YouTube video.
Yeah, don't do that. Whoever did that, that's not good. Do not bother Mutahar or PirateSoftware. Do not go and antagonize them or bother them. It's not worth it.
Pretty stupid, and if you do it, you're inarguably a loser. Also, why is your wife dropping all that? Control your woman, for crying out loud. WestJett, you're just a virgin incel. Yes, so what? I'm an incel. Mutahar's about to be in a...
Okay, so at least that is right. That is... The thing about his wife is real.
A cell.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Knowing Mutahar's track record, what's the chance his dad worked on Ebola?
Yeah, you don't need AI to tell you that. You just common sense will tell you that.
Knows that one Uber driver that calls himself a CEO, but what Muta's doing can't be worse because he is in a way using it to assert himself credibility, and it might be illegal in Canada. I am not a lawyer, and I'm not accusing him of a crime. Let me download some...
I said yeah about the fact that he's using it. I agree with the fact that it seems like he's using it to assert some kind of authority. When you shouldn't. Just state your case, state your opinion. If people believe, if people think your opinion is correct, they will... You don't have to say, oh, because I'm an expert and because I am a... Nobody likes that anyway. Nobody likes people boasting about things, even if it's right.
iDubbbz empathy real quick, and honestly, I do feel sort of sorry for this guy.
Like Kendrick Lamar said, bitch, be humble.
But also, on the other hand, he does use his credentials to make morally grandstandy content talking down on others through drama, so I don't feel too bad. Mutahar acting like he spent 6 hours on the phone with the medallion.
The medallion is, from what I am aware, there is this character called Sonichu, and there is a medallion that people wear. Whoever has worn the Sonichu medallion has had a really bad karma. You should do not redeem.
Being Indian online is genuinely veteran difficulty. He couldn't afford university. Aren't his parents world-renowned doctors?
Exactly. This is the problem with when you lie. You can get caught in a lie so quickly.
Engineers. Mutahar gives off, my girlfriend goes to another school, you wouldn't know her energy.
So, in high school, we had a friend that was like that. I say we had a friend because I never wanted him to be part of our friend group because I could see right through him from the first time he spoke. You know, like those kids that come at school. He came at school at our first year of high school. And you know, we all had this, that one classmate that has like a lie for everything. And he's like such a compulsive liar that at some point you just stop believing everything he says, and you just like, yeah, you know he's bullshitting you. And he was like that. He would introduce himself and he would say that his father used to own an airline, and his name was Giannis. And by second year of high school, he started whistling in to my friends group, and I had told them, do not hang out, do not invite this guy to our group, because he's a weasel. He's a little weasel. I don't like weasels. I don't like people who just make up shit. But usually I'm not gonna say usually. Okay, I'm not gonna say usually. I'm gonna say this specific guy, at least, he had a lot of problems at home, and I think he was somewhat ashamed of himself, and that deeper sense of shame would come out with compulsive lying, as in to try and become accepted or something. But the problem is that when you lie consistently, you will forget the lies you say, and you get caught, and then the person that you lied to will either consider you a liar and not, in the best case scenario, or the worst case scenario, they will realize that they will feel how do I say it? If somebody is lying to my face, and I know they're lying to my face, I consider it a disrespect towards my intellect. You know, like, do you think I'm stupid and I don't understand? You know, things like that, something like that.
Guys, I'm a cybersecurity expert.
Royal Canadian Air Force pilot / security expert.
I've worked in the business. I know what I'm doing, all right? And this is why I always give a disclaimer.
His father cured cancer.
Be careful, all right? Let the professionals handle it.
I'm just using my film degree.
You would use your credentials as a video editor to bolster your arguments and points.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you, working as a video editor, that's exactly the kind of stuff you would do to push a narrative.
You have insinuated that people
push a narrative, so that's what we're doing. We're pushing a narrative. Are we? So what narrative are we pushing? I come from a super talented DNA genealogy tree or something. That's the narrative we're pushing here. What's the point?
people are being deceptive before on the back of your credentials as a video editor. Like certain other claims you've made, you used this claim for years as a tool to convince people of things.
This guy's scary. You don't want this guy to be your enemy, so check out his videos down below.
Happy to be proven wrong about everything. I mean, I'm working to prove myself wrong. I reported you to Professional Engineers Ontario. I showed them the claims you made of being an engineer, and I showed them stuff like the ad you did for Intel, where you claimed to have been an engineer, and talked about testing hardware in the accompanying Facebook post. They got back to me and asked for evidence that you live in Ontario. I've given it to them, and I
If he's living in Canada, why is there a pistol on his desk?
guess eventually we'll find out if it's an issue or not.
Going that far is honestly insane. 0 to 100 real quick, but, at least we'll get some answers. I feel like these guys genuinely opened Pandora's box, and, Mutahar's silence is...
Yeah, there, six days ago. He hasn't posted for 6 days. He's gone silent. He's been posting every day for like years. And see, that's the thing from what I understand with YouTube. All you have to do is be consistent and improve upon yourself and your content over time. You don't have to lie or fabricate stuff to look smarter or better. All you have to do is just be consistent. I mean, look at Charlie. Like, he just consistently does what he does. He doesn't,
is deafening. But YouTube's not his real job, so his income hasn't taken a hit, I suppose. Maybe White Mutahar will cover this in another video. And now, truth be told, the only reason I'm even so invested in this story is because, I myself thought this guy was an engineer. And Mutahar is terrible at dealing with criticism, so it is kind of funny seeing him, silence things and, private videos.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Hello, guys and gals. Mutahar is not here. Even Mutahar's own Reddit is bullying him. Love the cope, guys. Oh boy, I love the usual. I don't care. I like the content in general. This is the stupidest controversy ever. What's a big deal? He's not a real engineer. I watch his content.
Yeah, that was me. That was me huffing copium.
While criticizing PirateSoftware's credentials is so f***ing hypocritical. Like, at this point, I'm just waiting for his response, and follow me back on Twitter, you dick. I didn't do nothing. Jokes aside, I don't really care, but I'm not a little pussy like you making a video talking about how you quit Twitter and then coming back in 3 months because you need attention from strangers to feel like you're worth something. Sit down, dog, before I call reinforcements. I'm unsubscribed.
Kid Boga. I love Kid Boga. He's subscribing from Mutahar. I wonder what Darman is doing.
Subscribing from your YouTube channel.
So yeah, moral of the story is don't embellish, don't boast, whether it's true or not. Just be humble, because in the end of the day, every lie you say, especially on the internet, will be scrutinized and analyzed and found, and you will find yourself in a situation like this, where you're essentially watching a reputation that you build over a decade for Mutahar just crumble within a week, just like that. And for PirateSoftware, I don't know. I don't like the way he reacts to things. I hope he can like self-reflect. There's one of the greatest skills you can have in life is to learn the ability to see yourself from a third-person perspective. Rewatching your YouTube videos helps a lot. It helps you see how another person might look at you. And it helps you take a step back and reanalyze what you're doing. It also helps with having an internal monologue. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope both of them learn the lesson and apologize and make amends in some way, and just continue doing what they're doing without all this unnecessary bullshit. Yeah, that's it from me. See you on the next one.